Hello everyone. Finally, I found a subject that I'm a definite expert on. I'm going to talk about the best tools for guilt-free procrastination. I try to be very humble normally, but I'm an expert on procrastination, so it's never to be proud of, to be honest with you. But I've, if I've got 10% of what I plan to do done, that's more than a lot of people. So if you want to procrastinate and you want to do it guilt free, which is something I always used to try and do, then I'm going to teach you 9 ways to do different tools you can use. If you've got goals that scare you, or you're scared of the changes that will happen in your life, which I just spoke about, the 5 fears holding us back and how to overcome them. But the problem is, if you're not doing anything, you feel guilty if you're not working towards that. I've got a few friends that procrastinate and it makes them feel terrible. It can make you very depressed, but the depression is a blessing. I say to people all the time, the reason why I do what I do is because the depression and anxiety and anything else just swoops in and says, Brian, you need to get this job done. You need to get stuff done. So because you owe it to your family and yourself, and some of us don't have families, so we don't feel that guilty. A couple of guys say to me, you do so well and you're always motivated. Well, when you have 2 kids that need to be fed and you've got lots of staff, then you do get motivated. And also some very, very good YouTube channels out there that have motivational words and music on them. I actually wanted to do a channel like this, and I was actually trying to put a team together and pay them. This was just before Rona kicked in, and yes, I wanted to make money off it, but I wanted to inspire people. There's so many channels out there, and I recommend to people in the morning, just listen to it. Just listen to a motivational video in the mornings. So, I mastered this subject very well over the years. 1, seminars. These feel great because you are learning from guys that have seemed to be the best. You will learn minimum amounts while you're given more tools to procrastinate and upsells. So when you go to seminars, most of the time they're just trying to just sell to you the whole time. And then you end up in more procrastination. It's like, do I do this one? Do I do this one? And then you end up going down different avenues that you probably shouldn't have gone to. Seminars are okay if you want to network with people, but often it just feels good to have like a weekend away, and you can feel less guilty because you can pretend you're working. And so seminars are a great tool if you want to have guilt-free procrastination. If you are lucky, the seminars are in a different country and you can add more days on to push your work away. You will feel very good about travelling all those days to help achieve your goals. So if you can find seminars in different places around the world, you can have nice long holidays where you can feel guilt-free that you're getting nothing done, but you're technically working. You can tell everyone you're working. Courses. Number 2, download every single course you can find on various subjects. It's a great way to push starting your goals into the future. So it's like, okay, I've got this course that's going to take a year. I've got this course that's going to take a week. I can't do my project until I finish this course, and then another course comes along, which is perfect. So you can have another holiday of guilt-free procrastination. You don't need to feel guilty about doing courses because you're on a long path. It could be a very long path, mind you, or it could be an endless path. But at least you're not watching series on Netflix. So doing courses, it isn't a bad thing. It's good to learn, and sometimes you learn 3 or 4 different skill sets like marketing, websites, Facebook ads, product design, and then boom, 10 years later, it's like, well, I've got a solid business idea now. I can put it all together. You don't have to understand all of those things to do it, but you have to understand how to get the right people. So you need to understand Facebook advertising enough to understand that whether you've got an absolute banana running your campaign, or you're finding a true professional. Number 3, read books. The best books are 15 to 21 hours long. This is perfect for guilt-free procrastination. Make sure you listen to them at normal speed, because if you're on the audiobooks, in fact, you should read them only because you can't get anything else done, which means you still have daily tasks to complete after you've finished. So I was just taking a piss a little bit there. You can find books that are 15 to 21 hours long if you listen to them audible. I don't read books; they make me fall asleep now. But if you can find summaries, you can reduce that down. But the goal here is to have guilt-free procrastination, and you can extend your goals into the future by downloading 600 books like I did. And you're not going to start that goal until you've listened to all those books. So you've got a couple of years of guilt-free time off. 4, family outgoings. Going to every family outgoing invite is a guilt-free way of pushing your goals away. Your family kind of events kind of like have to go underneath the priority of business. So some people think, why aren't you going to this event, or seeing your family in the UK? Because I have to prioritise business and everything else. But now I'm getting older and I'm in a better position. Of course, I spend more time with family. My immediate family, I spend a lot of time with. But if you want to have guilt-free procrastination, go to every family event, because you won't feel guilty about that, because that's something that we should do. You can hang out for hours and watch TV knowing that you're a good family participant. Number 5, making more plans. If your goals are getting too close, maybe you will need to sit down and make better plans. Maybe you need plans for plans, because planning your plans isn't enough now. Maybe you need meetings about your plans to plan more plans. I've had meetings about meetings, which is a perfect way of having some guilt-free time. Planning your goals again and again is a great way of working towards your goals, but not doing them. If you just keep replanning your goals forever, then you can feel guilt-free, and you can pretend to everyone that you're actually working towards your goals when you're not really. Number 6, productivity. Make sure you overkill learning about productivity. There is very few arguments that you can prove you are not working towards your goals by fine-tuning your productivity. Just in case you do run out of things to do on my list, and time to work on the goals are getting near. So if you're short of things to do, you can learn about how to learn as well. I used to do that all the time. Learn about the best ways to learn. And that goes beyond actually learning your course. So, level 1 of procrastination is learning the subjects that you directly need to learn. Level 2 of procrastination is learning about courses that maybe you're interested in, but you don't need to learn. And when you open a new skill set, you find all these other skill sets, but then you can take it to the pro level and download a course on how to learn other courses. So there's a lot of stuff with languages, for example, you can do with that. Number 7, motivation. We need to master the art of motivation. Learning about motivation is the best way to feel good, because you need that motivation to watch more motivation and productivity videos and read more courses. We all need motivation. I don't know anyone that doesn't need it. So you can watch videos and read books all day about how to get motivated, because ultimately there's no argument why you shouldn't need more motivation, because everyone does. So that's a very good way of having some guilt-free procrastination. Looking for shiny objects is number 8. Look for shiny objects from marketers. Lots of marketers will promise you the world with one click of a button. If you want to 10x your company, then just pay $97 and click here, and we'll 10x your company. And this is a very good way to procrastinate, because you're actually paying for a company to solve your problems, and they're never going to solve it for $100. They're just going to lead you down a new path. But you can have some guilt-free procrastination by paying fake marketers money to solve all your problems. And there is no doubt this will relieve you from your guilt of not engaging in deep work towards your goals. And you'll feel good with yourself because you've invested with yourself. A lot of these marketers will say, you invest with yourself. Now borrow some money from your credit card. And you say to your wife, I'm just about to put the mortgage, get the house remortgaged because I'm investing with myself. How can you argue with someone where they're saying they're investing with themselves? And also, they feel good about it because they're investing in their future and they're having self-belief and they think they're investing in the future. But what they're actually doing is causing themselves a lot of problem, and they're delaying their project because they're going down the route of paying someone else to fulfill their problems. Remember, a lot of these guys on YouTube, not me by the way, their whole business is seminars, talking about what you should be doing. There's very few guys that practice it. And that's my excuse for crap videos, because I'm just making this video, but I'm working on other things. I've had a good meeting today with a friend. I've been doing all these other plans. My kids are in the village for a few days. I'm taking this moment to enjoy making some videos. And yeah, life is a lot better when I'm actually getting on with things instead of just planning it continuously. So number 9, learn about journals, checklists. In fact, you can go on a guilt-free shopping spree on Best South. So I've got all these Best South tools, diaries, habit roadmaps. In fact, I've got an affiliate link for this, so why not? I'll put it in the link. There's so many products here from Best South. I just bought everything they had. Maybe I'll do a video on that. It's great if you're actually learning it, but half the time I spent myself buying all these checklists and daily habit forming stuff, and I actually build my own on spreadsheets and documents in the end, because having someone else's checklist, it's not tailor-made. You're better off having your own checklist. Give yourself some points. I had a whiteboard next to my exercise bike upstairs, and I gave myself enough points for every time I did X amount on the machine, and I learnt Thai at the same time, and then I had to make enough points for my treat. Whatever your treat could be, it could be a beer, it could be going to see a lady, it could be having like a treat at a restaurant. There's different treats out there. It could be a night out. It could be buying yourself a gift. So it's always good to have a point system, and then give yourself a reward at the end. And it's good to suffer in between. When you've got lots of money, you end up not being so motivated because you don't really need to make money that badly. So sometimes it's good to act broke and have a point system, so you have to earn your next points. So journals and checklists are a very good way of taking your project further away if you use them, if you start buying loads and keep using them. If you use them properly, then it's an amazing way of bringing your project to fruition. But this video is about giving you guilt-free tools of procrastination. Action will destroy your procrastination. That's the final quote of it. I hope guys enjoy this video. If you do enjoy these sort of videos, please leave a comment, because that will help the algo, and it helps me know if I'm down the right path or not. Thanks for everyone. If you didn't understand, there's a little bit of humour here. I know there's going to be some very angry comments, but it should cheer some of us up anyway. Thank you, everyone. Bye.